When you start talking pure and simple good looks and appeal on wheels, it's hard to go past a two-door coupe. And the two newest kids on the block, Mazda's superbly styled MX-6 and Honda's less radical Prelude SI, are no exception. The MX-6 follows Mazda tradition, its styling a subtle blend of practical aerodynamics with a flair for life on the wild side. Honda, on the other hand, went for a design that's a little staid by comparison, perhaps hoping for a slightly older upper executive clientele. Irrespective of differences in styling, very much a matter of personal taste anyway, it's on the road and under the bonnet where both cars shine. Both have computerised electronic four-wheel steering, a feature that puts them well ahead of the pack in terms of on-road dynamics. It gives them precise cornering, neutral handling, the rear wheel steer negating any hint of front drive understeer, and superb traction at the limits. If there's any criticism at all, it must be of the Honda's overly sensitive power assist, which makes the steering just a little too light. Open the bonnet and again you'll immediately notice a difference in approach. Honda has chosen to stick with 4 cylinders, an all-new, twin-cam, 16-valve, 2.3-litre, fuel-injected power plant producing 118 kilowatts. It just begs to be described as one of the finest 4s ever built. The motor offers exceptionally smooth, tractable power right through to a peak of 7,000 RPM. All this thanks to clever engineering like twin balance shafts and a new variable length inlet manifold. Mazda, however, has flicked its harsh turbocharged 2-litre 4 in favour of a new 24-valve injected V6. The 2.5-litre engine is also remarkably silent and smooth, with astounding flexibility from its 121 kilowatts. Again, major advances in engine technology thanks to clever inlet manifolding producing power throughout the engine's rev range. There's hardly a gnat's wing of difference between them. On the road, all this technology translates to sparkling performance. The Mazda's V6 engine seems quicker off the mark than the Honda, but the stopwatches proved us wrong. The 0 to 100 kilometres an hour came up in just 8.52 seconds in the Honda, a smidgen ahead of the Mazda at 8.54. Point to point over any given distance though, and you'd never pick between them. The Honda's remarkably efficient 4-cylinder engine put it ahead in the fuel consumption stakes, with an overall advantage over the Mazda V6 of around 10% better economy. In both cars, you sit low in body-hugging contoured seats. Both offer great forward visibility, but are limited rearward. The low seating position and rear spoiler being the culprit in the Mazda, the relatively high boot line making its presence felt in the Honda. Mazda has made better use of the interior space and claims a slight advantage over the Honda, especially in terms of rear seat accommodation. Both, in all honesty though, are 2-seaters with room in the back. The Honda also has slightly less front seat leg or knee room, a compromise between its very low dash and excellent forward vision. The finish in both cars is very high, and the standard equipment includes electric mirrors, electric sunroof, adjustable steering, air conditioning, anti-lock braking, and in both, superb stereo. Again, the Mazda edges just ahead with the standard inclusion of a compact disc player. Well, James, what do you think? Have we got a winner?
Let's take a look at it. First up, I think you've got to look at style, and that's very much a matter of personal opinion, but they do compare favourably with the best from Europe. Cars like the Calibra, which I think is really a benchmark. What about the engines?
I think you'd have to say with the smooth power from the V6 that the Mazda does edge ahead.
Then you've got the 4-wheel steering, and that definitely adds to the package.
I guess so, and overall, the dynamics of both cars are great, and then, again, the Mazda edges ahead, probably by the thickness of a CD. And what we're doing here is redefining the affordable sporty market.